Hello, friend. My name is Asindra, and today I'm going to play for you Her Tears Were My Light by NomnomNami with Friend.
Hello again.
So, oh, the thing is, I'm going to warn you right now, this game is very repetitive for
Okay.
good reason. So you're just going to have to bear with it because it's very important. So let's begin. Darkness, darkness and nothing in all directions. At some point I started thinking, shouldn't there be something here? Something anywhere? So I started looking. I don't know what exactly I was looking for, but as I wandered I spotted a light in the distance. Aw, I'm a cutie pie.
You are very cute.
She's got an hourglass in her hair.
Oh, is that what it is? It looks cool.
Yeah. As I approached, I found another and another. A trail of burning bright lights. They traveled out and away, their steady glow piercing tiny holes in the darkness. They fascinated me. I decided I'd walk until I reached the source. This is gonna be you.
Oh.
I found a girl. She was sitting on a bed of these stars. It was a beautiful sight. Memory saved. Someone's here.
Is this me now?
Yes.
Oh, someone's here.
What should I say to her? Are you crying? Excuse me, but have you been crying?
I feel so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. Now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. Oh, I'm so happy.
If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space.
How did you know my name?
I don't know. It just slipped out. How did I know her name? She never told it to me, but something about her feels so familiar, like an old friend.
Oh, this isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name.
It's time.
Time.
What are you doing?
Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget.
Huh, I see.
So, time. Where do you come from?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's hard to describe a place with nothing in it.
Were you alone in the dark too? Oh no. Thinking of that makes me so sad.
You're crying again.
I can't help it. When I think of how you must have felt, I just...
The more she cried, the more stars came out. They were beautiful, but I couldn't help but think, weren't there enough stars already? I couldn't quite place the reason why, but I definitely didn't like seeing her cry like this. Here, I'll try to describe it in a way that doesn't make you start crying.
The place you came from. Okay.
If I had to give it a name, I'd call it the start.
The start. Yes, it would make sense to begin at the start. Does that make where we are now the middle?
But you started here, didn't you? I don't know if we can call it the middle.
Can. This place has changed.
Has it?
Yes, you're here with me now, Time. So before was the start, and now is the middle.
It made sense in its own way. This girl is very straightforward.
So, if there's a beginning, is there an end?
Who knows? I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
There probably is one.
What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking to say, is that me?
I'm sorry.
What if the end is sad? The start was lonely. Will the end be lonely too? I don't want that.
You cry a lot, don't you?
Yes, because look, whenever I do, these stars come out.
I I'd already noticed, but maybe it'd be rude to point that out.
I can't really explain, but somehow they make me feel a little less lonely.
So, from the start, you've just been here making stars?
Yes! You see, where there is nothing, I want to put something. Does that make sense?
I guess it does.
What kind of things do you do, Time?
Move the universe. I can make the universe move. Forwards, backwards, I can jump to any moment I've already experienced.
Wow! That sounds like hard work.
Making stars sounds harder to me.
No, that's easy. Watch. Ah!
Good job, Space. I didn't mean to make you cry again. Actually, this is a good chance to demonstrate.
Uh-huh.
Alright, I've remembered the outcome. Memory saved, she's going to cry. Now I'll rewind to when I said making stars sounds harder, then I can try to stop her from crying. I need to rewind. Which is literally just rewinding. Okay, so making stars sounds harder to me. Hey, don't start crying just to prove how easy it is, okay?
How did you know what I was about to do?
That's my power. You already cried before, so I went back to the moment before you did in order to stop you.
Wow! You're incredible, Time!
It was nothing really.
You know something? I only just met you, but it feels like we've always known each other.
If so, call me maybe. I did know your name from the first moment I saw you, so maybe your feeling is true.
But I can't remember talking like you with... But I can't remember talking with you like this before now. Just like I can't remember crying before you changed what happened.
It must be a paradox.
How did you find me in the first place?
I just followed your stars, and here you were.
I mean... Hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me.
Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry.
I won't have to, as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone.
Alright, I'll stay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else out there anyway, so I have no reason to leave.
Anyone else? Oh no! If there is someone out there, don't you think we should try looking for them?
Yes, we should. You don't want them to feel lonely, do you?
Exactly! I'm so happy you understand, Time.
Oh, look at us, little space adventurers.
Adorable.
We wandered into the void together to see if we could find anything else out there, but all we found was darkness. And the more darkness we found, the more Space would cry. I didn't like seeing her cry. I didn't want her to feel lonely. Much to my relief, she agreed to rest when I suggested it. I closed my eyes for a while, but when I opened them again, I was back in the dark. Space? No response. Memory saved, she's gone.
Oh no.
What happened? All the stars are gone too. Did I make a mistake? I'll rewind from here to before I closed my eyes. Boop, 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 boop. I won't close my eyes this time. I have to pay attention so I don't miss what caused everything to go black.
Time? You look so serious all of a sudden.
Something strange happened, but I don't know what it was.
Something strange?
Scanning the cosmos, I noticed something seemed to be blotting out a group of stars in the distance. I'd spotted the anomaly. I could just barely make it out against this dark background of the void. There was someone out here after all. As soon as they noticed I'd spotted them, they disappeared. I squinted towards the area they'd been standing only a moment before, thinking I could easily find them again at such a distance. But very suddenly, she appeared, right behind space. What are you?
Nil.
Memory saved her demise. She phased right through space, somehow erasing her from existence. The stars around us dimmed and faded as she disappeared. This is what had happened before. This is what I'd missed, by taking my eyes off of her. It was awful. I wanted it to stop.
Let's go back in time.
Where space once stood before me, there is now only Nil. What have you done to space and the stars? You took away all the beauty. Now all that's left is the void.
But it's beautiful like this too, isn't it?
No, I don't like it. Bring back space. Bring back her stars.
If that's how you feel, I'll lock you in this moment until you understand.
Memory saved an ending. No. I won't accept this. But what can I do? If I return to the start, if I start over now, I could change this. Otherwise I'll be trapped in this loop. No. I won't accept... Oh, that's the loop. Reset. Are you sure you want to abandon this timeline? Yes. Start from the beginning. Like I said, this is going to repeat a lot.
That's a very interesting mechanic.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, holy shit, you've blown my mind, NomnomNami. When I was first playing this. Darkness and nothing in all directions. But I knew someone was out there. I just had to find her again. So I started looking. I wanted to find space, and as I retraced my steps, I spotted her light in the distance. There was space sitting on a bed of stars, just like I remembered.
Oh, someone's here.
What should I say to her? You're alive! I thought something terrible happened, but you're right here. I'm glad you're still okay.
Huh?
She looked at me as like she'd never seen me before. Because of course she hadn't seen me before. This space was new. How could I have expected her to remember what happened? In my excitement to see her alive and well, I'd forgotten that rule. I decided to try recreating the first memory. Never mind. Excuse me, but have you been crying?
I felt so lonely. I just can't seem to stop. But now someone's here. I didn't think someone would come, but you're here. Oh, I'm so happy.
If you're happy, then stop crying. Honestly, Space.
How did you know my name?
Of course I know your name, even though you didn't tell it to me the first time either.
How did you know her name the first time?
Who fucking knows? We'll find out.
Yeah. It isn't fair. I didn't even get to introduce myself. And now I have to ask for your name.
It's time.
Time. Time. Time.
What are you doing?
Saying it 8 times will help me remember. 8 on its side is infinity. That's how I'll never forget.
Except it's impossible for you to remember when I go back to before I told you.
So, Time, where did you come from?
The future. Would you believe me if I told you I came from the future?
Well, when I thought I was all alone, you proved me wrong, so I'll believe whatever you say. Besides, there's this feeling in my chest that you are definitely someone I can trust.
I'm glad. Well, it's true. I did come from the future. We've already met before, and you wanted to search this void to see if we could find anyone or anything else.
That does sound like something I'd want to do. Did we find anyone?
Someone found us, but it's hard to explain what happened. I don't want to scare her. We didn't find anyone. That's why I think we should stay together.
Oh, it would be sad if there was anyone out there, and they were feeling as lonely as I was.
I lied to her. She said she believed whatever I say, and I took advantage of that trust, but I don't know how to tell her what happened. I wanted to avoid the ending I saw before. If this path didn't lead to something better, I could always make a save point and rewind from there.
Hey, Time? If you're from the future, why did you come here?
Well, so I'd be able to talk to you again.
Then, in the future we're not able to talk anymore? Oh no!
Uh-oh. I'll reassure her so she doesn't start crying again. Yes, we were separated, but I'm going to change it so that doesn't happen.
Oh, that's a relief. I should figure out a backup plan too, so that you're not the only one working hard at this. Hey, how did you find me in the first place?
That's easy. I already knew where you'd be waiting for me.
But I'm talking about the very first meeting, before you knew where I was. What about then?
I just followed your stars, and here you were.
Oh, that means... Hey, if we ever get separated, I can just cry. That way you'll always be able to find me.
Sure, but I don't know if I like the thought of making you cry.
I won't have to, as long as you're here with me. I'm kind of afraid to go back to being alone.
I don't want to be alone either.
I'm glad you feel the same, Time.
Would it be alright to just lay here together, just for a little while?
If you want to, then I don't mind.
I held her hand so that Nil wouldn't be able to sneak up on us. Our fingers interlaced so easily it was as if they belonged together like this, but that was impossible. That feeling, even if it didn't make any sense, only made me hold tighter. As long as I held on to space, Nil wouldn't be able to take her away. We could lay here and admire the stars together and never do anything else. I'd be satisfied just like this.
Time, can I ask you something?
What is it?
What happened before? What was it that you came back in order to change?
I already told you. We got separated.
I know, but I definitely would have been crying if that happened. Couldn't you have followed my stars?
I couldn't. You weren't able to make them anymore.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was.
I'm glad you came back. If we couldn't find each other, I'd want to change that too.
We lay there in silence for a while. I had the feeling space could sense I was waiting for something. She didn't ask what. As long as I held on to her, she had nothing to worry about. Nil, surely she was watching us from somewhere the light from space's stars didn't reach. I wanted to be ready. I wanted to be able to stop her when she appeared. But we fell asleep. No! No! I let it happen again. I've lost space again.
Time, don't go back anymore.
Why are you doing this? She's just going to trap me here again, isn't she?
Stay.
Memory saved, another ending.
Stay.
Oh, it's just going to do stay all over again.
Stay. 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 Oh, okay.
Are you sure you want to abandon this timeline? Yes. Start again. Darkness. Darkness and nothing in all directions. I knew what I had to do. I started looking for space, and as I wandered, I spotted a familiar light in the distance.
Oh, someone's here.
What should I say to her? I want to save you. Space, listen carefully. Someone called Nil is going to come and take you and all of your beautiful stars away.
Huh?
Please trust me. My name is Time, and I came from a future where that's what always happens in the end.
I don't understand.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want to protect you. I don't want Nil to take you away.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I let myself get taken away.
It's not your fault, Space.
You don't want to be alone either, do you? If you feel the same as me, then it must have hurt.
It's okay. I'm able to come back to prevent things like this. Please don't cry.
Okay.
I told Space about the other version of our meetings that I knew of. I told her that Nil was somehow able to limit my power, trapping me in loops and keeping me from rewinding far enough to stop her whenever she appeared. And Space wanted to help. She said if we worked together, we might have a chance. It was better than trying to fight this monster on my own. Nil seems to only appear when we let our guard down. I tried waiting before, but we fell asleep.
Then we have to make the first move. But what should we do?
I don't know. If I could go back far enough, just enough to know exactly what's going to happen, so that I might be able to fix it, The only way I've been able to learn anything is through seeing you get taken away. I don't want to watch that happen again.
Time? You're working hard, aren't you? I want to help.
Aw.
I don't want you to feel alone. I'm still here, so I hope I can do something for you.
We stayed like this for a while. She was warm. It felt nice. I considered pausing the universe here in this moment. After all, moving forward could cause something awful to happen again, and it was up to me whether or not to let this path play out. But I knew I didn't have to be afraid because I wasn't alone. Nil had already shown herself.
Why are you doing this? This is Nil? Why do you look like me? You're the copy. Why won't you stay erased?
Space, run! I'll stop her!
I don't want to be separated from you!
It's only temporary. I promise I'll find you later, so get out of here!
I don't like this. I don't like this!
In an instant, Nil's body blinked out of existence. She'd slipped through my grasp. Memory saved again and again, and once again, Space was gone. Was there nothing I could do? Nil had beaten me no matter what I had tried. My attempts to change fate were only hurting Space again and again.
Time. Why won't you look at me?
You keep taking Space away. Of course I wouldn't want to look at someone who'd do that.
You're crying for her?
I felt so overwhelmed by hopelessness I'd barely noticed my tears. How strange, I thought, for me to cry so easily. Space was always the one who... And there it was again, the feeling I'd known her for so much longer than I possibly could have. I didn't understand these feelings.
Aren't you going to reset again?
What's the point if you'll always... Again? She said again. Then she remembers the other times that I asked you before, what are you?
I am nil. Emptiness. Void. Whatever you want to call me. Wherever there is something, I want to make it nothing. Does that make sense?
Why would you want to do that? You exist just to take Space away?
Space exists to take me away. Why can't you understand? Must I explain it to you? Time, please listen. You're still here. You'll really listen to me?
Just say what you want to say.
Fine.
If I know why she's doing all this, I'll be able to think of a way to stop her. But there's another feeling in my heart when I look at her. Sympathy? Why?
In the very, very beginning, I was alone. There was only me, and a thick, empty, infinite darkness that surrounds us now. At some point, I thought I wanted there to be more than just that. That's when I changed from nothing to something. It was also when you first appeared, Time. From that point on, it felt like we were all there ever was, and all there ever would be. One time and one space and nothing else. We had so much fun together. I thought it would last for all eternity. But then, my light faded, and you stopped. You stopped, but I was still here. I was still here, but you rewound to be with the light I'd left behind. I waited for the end to come again, thinking maybe I could reach you there. But whenever it came, you would just rewind again, to be with another new me, another new space. It made me so jealous. I waited so long for you to finally find me, but how could you? I couldn't cry. I couldn't create any light of my own for you to follow. You found new lights. Her stars. You forgot about me.
How could that be true? I don't have any memories like that. There's no way I would forget about space.
But you did, again and again. She always returns to nothing, to me, and you always go back to the beginning. You never stay with me. You always want to stay with space, but not Nil. It's because my darkness isn't as beautiful. You'll always choose her stars over me. I erased everything, all of the universe, and started over with just one for you and me. But space is always there too, and you always go to her.
Is that why I can't remember it? Because you erased the universe that held those memories?
Do you know what all the universes are now? It's you and space together, and I'm alone. That's why. That's why I wanted to bring you to the end faster. I even learned how to stop you from rewinding. When I erased her, I could finally reach you, but you only got mad at me. I'd finally set everything right, but you didn't understand anything at all. I was stupidly hoping you would remember everything if you could just see me again. I was so angry when you didn't.
How can I recall memories that were erased, unless these feelings in my heart?
I still can't stop you from resetting. I can't stop you from doing what's always brought you closer to her. You've been going farther and farther away. I didn't know what to do anymore. I didn't want to have to explain it to you all like this. I wanted you to remember on your own, but I can't take this anymore.
Nil. Memory saved. Nil's story. Even if those memories were erased from me, they still left an impression in my heart, and that impression, that love has driven my every action until this point.
But
you and space are connected. All of my memories with you were with who space is now. That's how I got confused.
I don't want to hear that.
Thanks to you, I finally understand what I've been feeling all along, and it's that you are someone who is very precious to me. Even if those feelings were projected onto a you who wasn't you anymore, I'm sorry, Nil.
You're so mean. You treated me like I was the bad one.
I was the one who messed up from the start. Can you ever forgive me?
All I wanted was to be at your side again, and you forgot about me. I won't forgive you so easily.
That's fine. I'll work hard to make it all up to you.
Good. You have all of eternity to do that. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us, huh? It's fine like this. Memory save, Nil ending. Yeah, just the two of us.
So happy. I've waited for this for so long.
I know. Sorry to keep you waiting. Aww. Nil and I spent all of eternity together, just like she said. Alone together in the darkness, without space's light. I felt like I'd left something behind, but being together with Nil, No, with my true space, was all that was mattered. I had a lot to make up for.